What is good, guys? It's your boy Monster Chappie. We're back for a live com, and this time we're gonna go ahead and go through the entire game with no breaks. Well, we'll see how we do. But I got the Chargers. I'm running with Detroit offensive playbook and Oakland on defense again. I guess this guy's a diehard Packer fan, so he's gonna run with the Packers. Should be an interesting game. Again, my skill level on this account really isn't that high, but we should still be able to learn a few things here and there. I'm gonna go. Oh my gosh, really? All right, so I guess that guy didn't ready up. I don't know what just happened. That was weird. All right, so the Night Unicorn is gonna go ahead and run with the Panthers. I'm gonna go get a cup of water while this guy readies up. All right. Sorry about that, but I could tell my voice is getting a little bit stale, so I just want to make sure everything's good on that note. Also, let me know how the audio is if you guys would like to hear more game volume, more my volume. I kind of tweaked it a little bit since the last time. That way, you guys could probably hear me a little bit better and probably not hear the game as much. I thought it was a little bit overpowering the last time. And yeah, sorry about that 4 quarters one if my volume was a little low, but it was like 4 in the morning, and my brother and whoever was they was asleep like in the next room over, so I didn't want to be too loud. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this game, man. Hopefully it'll be a good one. You guys will be able to enjoy. Let's see, does it feel laggy?
That'll be a touchback.
I'll have to wait to play. Kick didn't feel too good, but it doesn't seem too bad either. Back in my apartment, so the connection should be a lot better, and if not a lot better, at least a little bit better than it was. So again, I'm just waiting for him to pick, and we're gonna match up accordingly. So he's probably gonna run. That's one thing a lot of people do, is the first play of the game they'll just run, just because. We've already got our depth chart set up. Already got everything good there. Go ahead and yellow
First
him.
Down on the way.
All right, they're probably gonna run right.
They'll go ground. Man, a run right up the middle. Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
I don't like lag, boy. I do not like me some lag. Okay, well, guess we'll have to get used to it.
Swarming at the line of scrimmage.
All right, so he might hot route this back left. We'll move Weddle down here. Oh, hold on. I need you to stay. I need you to stay, big guy. Come on, big guy. I need you to stay down there. There you go.
Quarterback dropping back, looking to get the feet planted, running for his life.
There we go. Good play. Good play.
Down the
so right there, man, we just he had like, you might want to send a friendly quit, and I'll probably accept it. But right there, he only had 2 wide receivers, so I brought the safeties down just in case he ran. And since my outside guys were on deep blues, I really didn't have to worry about getting beat deep. I mean, again, if you got Steve Smith versus like an 80-speed corner, yeah, you're likely going to get beat regardless of if he's in a deep blue or not. But if you got him backed up and he's in a deep blue, or if he's in a deep blue, they're going to play that pretty well for the most part. And I broke that kind of down in the last tutorial on how to use or defend. Basically just showing you guys that if you got them in a deep blue, they don't get burned as much. in here.
The quarterback
go ahead and all right, so I'm not really worried about Williams. If he does go to Williams, it might be on a streak, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the yellow here and bring Stuckey down. I'm gonna use a Weddle and just watch for the deep out over here. Wow.
They have
so
their first down of the game. Confidence, it's an unbelievable thing, isn't it? When you get that
so he made a good play there.
It gives you a little confidence, but maybe most
him doing that curl there, you know, you're not gonna usually stop somebody on a 3 and out or whatever, but the very first, you know, 3 and out. But if you give us some time, we'll get used to what he's trying to do offensively and D. And then once we do that, that's when we'll be able to make the adjustments to really get our guys in good position. So right now, these are just kind of predetermined adjustments, and what I mean by that is these are like adjustments that work versus most people just due to most people's online tendencies. You know, guys do a lot of variety of things. Probably should have got that pass off there, but again, a lot of guys do a lot of different things. But as you play more games, you get used to seeing certain things more often. I'm going to go ahead and expect that curl again here. And then I'm going to hook him. And then I'm going to play everything over the top with Weddle. Even though Weddle's slow as dirt, he's like 96 overall. I don't know how, but hey, I'm not here to argue. All right, so yeah, he wanted the deep out there. So a lot of times in those situations, guys will either go for, you know, a deep curl, a deep out route, something like that. And, you know, that's what he went to his first 2 times. So again, those are pretty common things that people do in those situations. So those are some things you may want to adjust for, you know, even the first time. Just adjust for that. And if they don't do it, fine. But if they do, you know, you're set and you're going to get your first stop of the game. So that's always a good thing. We're back in Detroit, and the reason I'm back in Detroit is because I really want to look at you know, get a more feel for the playbook. Again, this is the second time I've used this. The first time was in the other full game. And I really just want to get a feel for this playbook because it did seem like a really good book. Like it had a lot of things to offer. And I really, in that game, didn't feel like I got to experiment enough and really venture throughout the playbook enough, because we were throwing a lot of bombs and stuff just due to how he was playing. So I really didn't get a good feel for, you know, how the playbook plays out. Right here, we're going to go ahead and put both of these guys on wheels in case he brings heat again. Oh, okay, that works. That was unfortunate. I think he was shaking a little bit, or he was shifting as his guys. He was shifting as I hiked the ball there, so he kind of got like a speed boost, similar to the shake blitz. But he seems to like to bring a little bit of heat, so we're going to go ahead and block a guy this time. And yeah, we're going to fit that pass in there. Phillip Rivers is a pretty good quarterback. If you get caught, Gates, you are so slow. Gates is a slow man. So I see them move that safety down, and it was Gates versus basically that big guy. I don't know how Gates got caught by that big guy. That was bad, but you know, he made a good play. He got us down to the 1. Now it's just time to punch it in. He may run commit middle here. We'll see. He didn't. And we're able to capitalize. Matthews breaking the tackle. So that's a great way to start the game. You know, you just got to stop. Got a touchdown. Can't ask for anything better. We've already picked up on a couple of his tendencies. He likes to throw those deep curls on 3rd down and deep out routes on 3rd down. So that's one thing. Pay attention to what they do generally, and then also pay attention to what they do on like the 3rd and the 4th down situations, because that's typically when people will run different things, is those 3rd and 4th down situations, 3rd and long, 4th and long, or not even long, but you know, those big play situations, clutch plays, I guess you could call them. Move Stuckey down.
First down.
Draw.
Williams trying to fight for some hard yards.
So yeah, I mean, I'm moving the safeties down. He hasn't tried to go over the top yet. So until he does, you know, you gotta really just key in on what you think is coming. And if they're not gonna go over the top and you don't have to respect that. That makes it a lot easier to cover the shorter stuff on the field. So he's got Steve Smith. I'm going to leave Stuckey, you know, on the deep blue, because you do have to worry about Smith. And he goes deep here, but it's off the jam. Oh, we can't get one. But, you know, we had two-man under. We had a two-man under shell. Didn't change up anything. So now we're going to give him that same two-man under shell. Now we're going to go ahead and drop a max coverage really quickly. Got a good feeling he's going to go ahead and try one of those curl routes or an out route from one of these three guys, Olsen, Geddes, or the other guy. Oh, all right, so he's running verticals. I think he ran that last time as well, and that's fine. Now he's going to run hurry up. Good for you. So now we're going to get more adjusty. I'm going to go ahead and shift these guys that way, make him think they're even more open. And we're going to drop back and get a big play with Barnes here. So, yeah, we got that two-man under shell. So we got safety help over the top for the most part. And if you got safety help over the top, you typically don't have to worry about getting burned. Even though the players got burned there, that's definitely going to be a very difficult pass, especially for Cam Newton. So that's the other thing you got to pay attention to, your opponent's personnel. You know, if they got Vic, you do have to worry about him running. He has Cam. I have to worry about him running. But at the same time, with a player like Vic or Cam, they don't have the greatest arm. That is the one thing. They just made Jammer go silly. That's another reason I prefer using it over relying on a computer. As you've seen, Jammer just did not react to that pass to the flat at all. Pretty disappointing, but that's just gonna happen. Right here, we're gonna expect the run.
They've got a first down now after that
yellow
catch.
Him. The field's starting to get shorter, so I don't have to worry about the deep bomb as much. You know, 30 yards. My guy shouldn't get burned. If he does get burned, it's going to be off the press, but it won't be just because of the speed difference. It'll be because he gets beat off the jam. You know, 20 yards away from the end zone, you're not going to just get lobbed over the top unless you're pressing. But the thing about two-man under is it's naturally a pressing thing this year. I guess because they're accounting for that safety help over the top. Go ahead and throw these safeties and spies. And, yeah, that's going to help with the run game. He's still able to pick up, but we're in a dime. Not waiting for him to pick his formation. And now we're going to go ahead and wait for him to pick his formation. This is the point. We either want to get a turnover or we want to hold him to 3. That could be the big difference between winning and losing games a lot of the time. Just because, you know, you go ahead and hold them to 3 and you're scoring touchdowns, it's going to be a good day for you. It's going to be a real good day. So that's how I feel there. If we can hold him to 3 here, we're going to have a successful day. I think we got a holding call here as well. So we're going to do, we want to accept or decline. We're going to go ahead and take that 3-yard loss and a loss of down right there. If he would have got back to like 2nd and 10, I would have accepted it. But since he lost 3 yards there, we'll definitely take that, especially on this part of the field. But so what we're going to do here, go ahead and put Barnes in that there. Okay.
Snap back to the quarterback, out of the gun.
Oh,
Touchdown.
Come on.
And they get one back.
Wow.
Well,
Thought that yellow would play that, but I guess we were a little too far out still.
Positive or negative. The Panthers for the
so,
extra point.
You know, we'll account for that next time, you know. That's the one thing about defense. Like you got to take risks. You got to take chances. If you don't, you're probably not going to stop too many people. You have to be willing to get beat. You're going to give up big plays. It's just going to happen. People are going to score. It's not, I guess this isn't 2000, 2001, back in those Ravens, Tampa Bay Buccaneers days, in real life before the rule changes. With the rule changes, it's really tough to stop people. Definitely tough to stop offenses. And then you add that to Madden, which has always been pretty much an offensive game. There has been a few defensive years, no doubt, but for the most part, the last few years have been really heavily favored to the offensive side of the ball. So, you know, you're not going to just shut everybody out. It's just not going to happen. And against a good player, you're definitely not going to shut them out. You got to really just try to key in and force them to make some mistakes more or less than anything else. Right here, as guys are pressing. So, really going to feel like we're going to have the opportunity here to get over the top, possibly with Royal Alexander if they beat the press. And if not, you know, we should get some time.
Phillip Rivers unloading the long pass.
So yeah, Royals was speedster. So he got a few steps on his guy, went ahead and threw that bullet pass, got it out there.
Maybe one of the most accurate deep throws.
Yeah, I mean, you got to read where your defenders, where their defenders are at on the field. Right here, we look like we're going up against a 5-2, which is a pretty solid formation. He's running that safety down there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to run it right at him. I want him to think he's going to make a play. We're going to run it right at him. Okay. So that guy came up and made a play. Now we're going to go ahead and audible into a deep pass here. This looks like a pretty good deep pass play, actually. And go ahead and make a play here. See if he's going to bring some heat out of this 5-2. He doesn't. So we're going to take off and just try to get some of those yards back. 5-2, it's a pretty solid formation this year. It just for bringing heat, it's not the greatest formation this year. It's more, I think it's better in coverage actually. From using it earlier in the year, a lot more. It's more of a coverage. Well, I like its coverage more than I like its necessarily its blitz packages. But you can bring a little bit of heat off the edges. I think you could create some A gaps as well, but for the most part, I like it as a coverage formation. Right here, he's stacking up that middle, so this is going to be sugar. It's either going to be a sugar blitz or it's going to be a sugar bluff. It's going to be one of the two. I can tell because of those linebackers right there.
That's a pass all the way.
So he wants to turbo through the middle, I guess. We're going to go ahead and go for this since he wants to play like that. That's fine.
Pressure on the quarterback. He does not have time to find
Can't believe they let him go straight over my dude like that. And Phillip Rivers made the bad pass. That's unfortunate. But here he is again. Probably going to run that safety down again. If he doesn't,
challenging the defenders to the right side. That pass play.
One-on-one on the outside. You know, we're going to tear him up with the out routes. We had it last time. Rivers just didn't make a good pass. Here he is again in this 5-2. And we're going to go ahead and quick audible to the quick pass. Gates getting strong out here.
Nice job by the receiver catching the football there and takes the hit.
Looks like he's liking this 5-2. We're going to go ahead and run on that.
You got to learn to know defensive players are going to start hitting you lower. These DBs will not back off.
Just go ahead and find our strength in numbers. You know, wherever we got more people as opposed to his guys, he's really selling out to wherever he's at.
And the carry
hit him with this counter. Oh my gosh. 69 has to go out there and make that block right there, sir. I need that block. We're going to run it again. Just because. We're going to go ahead and run this ball again. I really think he's going to be expecting the pass here, so we might be able to sneak in on this draw. And worked out to perfection. So a lot of times on third down, guys will not expect that draw. Guys will expect the pass heavily. And we kind of seen that there. You know, the last play, his defense was all in the box. This time, he was still in that 5-2, but the way he played it, you know, he kept his safeties back. He kind of had his linebackers chilling. So we really seen the opportunity for that draw. And a lot of the times, you can get those draws to work in them situations. Third down, in the goal line situation, area of the field. So he got 4 wide this time. I'm going to go ahead and see what his passing life is all about. Go ahead and we're just going to run. This is like it's just a maximum contain the quarterback defense right here. And We'll go ahead and see what he does. Play action. Awesome. Okay, so he knows how to playmaker. First time doing that this game. Now we know he knows how to do it. So what we got to do now to account for that is make sure we got a guy in this part of the field. And that spot should do the job.
Looking for a receiver on the left side here.
Not sure why he's not getting guarded, but that was a big hit by Weddle. We'll take that all day. Let's run, hurry up. You know, got to get the 2-minute offense going. We'll go ahead and run some max coverage real quick. See how that does for us. I really need a pass commit too on this play, just in case. Oh man, I don't know where my purpose at. But yeah, he's going to keep hurrying up, so we know he's going to hurry up for the remainder of this drive. Going to go ahead and drop some max coverage again. And I'm using the safety on the solo side. That way, if he streaks, you know, we can be on top of it. And if he doesn't streak, we can be on top of it as well. There we go, we got to jump that.
Here's the pass, and it's broken up, incomplete.
So that's the thing with playmaker. It works in certain situations, but, you know, further down the field like that, you know, everything was pretty much locked up. We're going to go ahead and drop the max coverage again. 'Cause I really don't want, what I really don't want to happen is him to get a real big play and score a touchdown here. If we hold him to 3, we're in a good position. We'll drop 3 deep here. Really not too worried about him scoring 3. He's got pretty much 3 at this point. But what we can do is
taking the snap from the shotgun.
All right, there we go. There we go. Yep.
The throw to the left.
Just what we wanted. We just wanted him to kill the remainder of that clock. And that's a successful play for us. So we held him to 3, but we get ball at half. That's why we're feeling pretty confident. And you know, if you go into half and you get ball and you have the lead, you're in a great position. You know, from that point you can actually score back and forth. The plan is to obviously get stops, but if you don't, just make sure you score every time, and you know, you'll be in a position to win the game as long as you don't get stopped. You're gonna have to watch out for the onside kicks and things like that. But again, with the offensive team like the Chargers, we really feel good about moving the ball. Phillip Rivers is a good quarterback, so you know, he's not great, but he's definitely a good quarterback, regardless of how you look at it. Go ahead and run this quick. Wish McMichael was a little bit faster, but hey, I'm not complaining. And right there, what we did was precision down. He was going to get near those zones, but since we precision down, it brought him down a little bit. You know, sacrificed a yard or 2, but I definitely sacrifice a yard here and there and avoid an interception. That's, you know, the interception is much worse than anything else that could happen on that play. All right, so he's got some more max coverage here. We'll go ahead and take off with Rivers. Got to avoid that hit there. Got to slide down extra early. We didn't do that time. We'll make sure to do that on the next one, though, for sure. Run this draw. All right, so he's back out in that 5-2. Now, what I like here is now I'm going to have the opportunity to really make a big play, because either that safety and linebacker are going to be covering Gates and McMichael, or nobody. And, you know, that guy he's using is going to have to cover somebody as well.
Looking across the middle, Antonio Gates.
Go ahead and hit him with a little inside pass lead. So yeah, he's in that 5-2. He's staying in that pretty faithfully. And that's fine. You know, it's a pretty good play. Good formation, but the weakness, you know, he's sitting in the 5-2 all game. We're going to get some mismatches on the outside because he doesn't have enough defensive backs and whatnot. So we caught him in this 5-2. Now we're going to pass it. We're going to really force him to make a play here. Streak Royal, put Lloyd on that outside there, and put Alexander on that outside there, and see what kind of coverage he gives us.
He's looking to the right here on this throw. There's
and pick up the first, get down. No reason to take an extra hit unnecessarily. If I felt like we could have possibly broken the tackle and got more yards, we would have went for it. But, you know, in that scenario, even if we broke the tackle, we would have got hit out of bounds. So we just went ahead and laid it down.
First down here.
But he stayed in the 5-2 pretty much every single play. So right here, bam. Oh, we had him on a double move. I was waiting for that. We broke him, but the corner made up for it. So no point in forcing that ball in there. We can take a sack. We're already in field goal range. You know, Madden, you have amazing field goal ability in this game, no doubt. I'm gonna put McMichael on that just in case something underneath doesn't open up. Oh, Phillip Rivers missing. But that's cool though. You know, you're not, unless you got like Brady or Manning or Breeze or, you know, one of those elite guys, Aaron Rodgers, your guys are gonna miss plays. It's just gonna happen. So 3rd and 18. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do what everybody else does. A deep out or pass lead streak or something of that nature. Oh, pass led that the wrong way. We definitely had that, but you know, pass led the wrong way, so that costed us there. 55 yards. Not really sure how strong Novak's leg is with the wind against us, but hey, we'll take our chances. And we'll hop on defense if it doesn't go due. Yep. Not long enough. We needed full power for that to go through. And even then, I don't know. Novak, and we had the wind against us. So, you know, we got to pay attention to that. All right, so he came out in Wildcat. So, the Panthers, you know, he doesn't have Cam at QB. So we're going to go ahead and run commit. Or not run commit, but we're going to blitz everybody. And whatever way he motions, we're going to assume he's going that way. All right, so we're going to assume he's going right. Kept it with Williams. Went right anyway. This is lagging super crazy.
To the right side.
Jeez.
That's a tackle right near the 48.
Couldn't even move. That was terrible. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. That was terrible. Hate when the game lags, but, you know, EA servers is going to happen sometimes. So he liked that look. He liked his what happened that play. I probably would have liked it too, just because, you know, he looked like he could have got all the way loose on that play, but he got tripped up on that corner. So, you know, it looked to him like it was wide open for the money for a super big play. And it may have been, may not have been, I'm not sure at this point. But it was hard to tell because it was lagging. I really couldn't get my safety over there.
They're setting up screen.
All right, so we got a bunch of guys over there. There we go. Locked up the screen. Really, right now, he hasn't shown me that he does anything like crazy on offense. What he does do is, you know, he's pretty safe with the ball, doesn't take too many risks. And he runs a lot of routes that are pretty common. So, gonna shade outside here, and I'm gonna lurk the middle with Butler. Bam, there we go. Lock down the middle with Butler. Got the interception. So, in my last user video on how to play user D, we were talking about cutting off the wide receiver. The reason I'm keying in on that so much is because you can apply that to every route in the game. Like, you want to apply that not just the streaks but everything. So right there on that play, I cut off his tight end. Oh man, see, I'm not even paying attention to the screen, but I cut off his tight end when he made that pass. And you know, me doing that, since I was in position to make the ball, they're not going to call anything, and we're going to be able to get the interception. So that is why I was keying in on that so much and did those first two drills, really trying to key in on cutting the guys off, because the key to usering is getting in that winning position, the position where you're going to be able to make a play. All right, you want to keep shaking. I'm going to go ahead and dot this up really quick. He's trying to do that shake, I think. I don't know, but he did that shake again, so I'm not too happy about that. We're going to go ahead and make him pay for it. We're going to have a pass lead on the inside if he doesn't if he doesn't adjust here. Oh, that guy played it back pretty well. So what I should have done there is put the running back on a flat to the right. That would have sucked down that zone, but I didn't. So that costed us. I'm gonna go ahead and punt it.
Cypress called on to punt.
Where are we at? The 45. The wind going that way. Let's go ahead and just kick it up here. Wow, I really wanted full power, but this will work for a good kick. Oh, come on, Carr.
They'll take it at the 20.
Oh my goodness. Madden is so weird with that. Like, it never bounces high. I've never seen the ball bounce that high ever in life, but today it bounced that high. That is funny. That is funny right there. Usually the ball doesn't never bounce high. I mean, that is the first time I've ever seen the ball bounce like that, where it bounced over a player's head when you try to stop it at the 1, but I don't know. Guess it wasn't meant to be. Just have to stop him at the 20.
Trying to find an open man.
Cut back here.
He's looking to the right here.
So yeah, pretty much when that happens, when everything's locked up, what you need to do when you're usering is look for anything on the cutback, like anything that could potentially open up downfield. You know, if a guy breaks off the sideline and your defender gets left, you need to take that away. If you know if he looks like he's probably going to playmaker somebody, you need to take that away. That's what you really need to key in on locking down. So we got that spy for Cam. See, here he is. He was trying to playmaker that guy up. We needed to make that play, and we were able to do so. Really, we haven't needed to bring heat because he hasn't shown that he's going to do much that requires us to bring heat. What we're going to do here, we'll go ahead and put jammer on that and move him down. Shift. I wanted to shift that guy right. Oh, come on, Weddle. That's why I like Weddle. He's like 84 speed, and I can't move as well as I would like to with him. He's got a 96 overall, so I'm not going to take him out. But if he had a lower overall, no doubt he would not be playing for me. But hey, it's the nature of the game. How about this? Definitely the nature of the game. Again, we're going to use a Butler and take away anything in the middle here. We kind of got a max coverage look. So with Butler, I'm going to play the spy. I'm going to play Olsen. I'm going to play LaFell. I'm going to play the middle of the field.
Out of the gun.
Damn.
Looking down the field. The quarterback throws to the right. That's a missed opportunity.
So again, he was looking for that curl. Locked that up. Then he tried to playmaker, and we stayed with him. If you do find yourself in a situation where you are using a guy that's in man coverage, make sure you stay on the guy. What I did there was ran away from the guy for a split second. But if you run away for too long, what's going to end up happening is you're going to leave yourself vulnerable down the field to like say for instance, if I completely left that curl and went to go defend LaFell, what would have happened was he would have been able to hit that guy for a first down and then continued his drive. But since we stayed on our assignment, which we were supposed to do, we were able to capitalize and get a big play there. Got to truck this guy Gates. There you go. There you go. With the trucking and the stiff arm, definitely something you want to use. Now, if you're running around with the little guy, I wouldn't recommend it. Like Eddie Royal, I'm not going to stiff arm anybody. I'm not going to truck him. But if I got a big running back, if I got a big tight end, if I got a big wide receiver, like the Brendan Marshalls, I guess on this team, Denario Alexander and Michael Floyd would be good examples of some pretty big guys. I'm going to go ahead and take my chances with me versus that guy and go ahead and get this right here. It's a great pass by Rivers. But right there, that was just the default route. It was a default deep out. And he's been playing a lot of zones. So what we decided to do was take advantage of him playing the zones, and we put that delayed blue. The delayed blue was over there. So what happened was that zone may have played that deep out before, but since we had the flat route over there, it sucked down that zone because the zone has to respect the flat or he's going to leave it wide open. So it left Floyd one-on-one out there, and versus a lot of zones in the game, the deep out is going to work. I mean, purples, no, it's not going to work, but if you have a flat, the purple will get sucked down. Hook zones, it's not going to work, but if you can get that hook zone to suck down, you know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those things, like if you can get that zone that does guard it to suck down, you'll be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and put Jammer in the deep blue. I think he's going to expect that to be open, and I'm going to just use a Weddle. All right.
Scrambling out of the pocket.
Go. So we just had the guard cam there. We're going to go ahead and do this again.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play.
And this time, what I need to cover is the middle of the field and cam. So if D'Angelo goes on a delay, playmaker, oh, seen the playmaker coming. Weddle's just a little bit slow, but we're getting used to using him. We're getting used to it. It's just he's extremely slow. So put Case on in this deep blue. I was trying to get back to that safety. All right, so he's going to run hurry up from this point forward. I'm going to go ahead and take a timeout. That's one thing you can do, especially if you're up. If you're down, you want to be careful with your timeouts. But if you're up, if you don't like the look, go ahead and call a timeout. Like, there's no reason to, you know, keep taking punishment, keep letting them just go down the field freely. We've been playing man all game. Going to go ahead and switch it up to a zone here.
First down and 10. Gets away from the heat.
There we go. There we go. That was perfect. That worked out perfect. Now he's going to probably expect that same zone look again. And we should probably give it to him because he didn't respond to it well. I'm going to go ahead and move him out here. Move Weddle down there. And user Butler. I got to cover Cam as my primary responsibility. But before Cam takes off, I mean, obviously he's not going to take off right away. We need to take away this short stuff.
Melvin Ingram gets to the quarterback. If you can see
so that's the thing about the QB. The first like second or two, you don't have to cover him. You don't have to account for him. You need to look for other things to cover. But with the with other things, you may need to cover it right away. Like he's probably going to do a pass lead streak to Olsen. So we're going to go ahead and play that.
From the gun. Looking to scramble.
So as you can see there, my DN is doing a great job on Cam. This time we're going to give him the same look. And we know he's going to go for that pass lead to Olsen on the verticals play. So this time I'm going to take that away. Playmakers. Trips. Now we're going to come after him.
They fail to convert.
There we go.
A change of possession.
Oh, what was that?
That
oh,
is not a turnover. That is truly a
picked it up. Oh, that sucks. I think he's going to quit out here. All right, that's cool. But oh, we got a cool 15 from him. But again, we were able to, you know, establish ourselves. We established a good look. He was not comfortable with the coverage we were giving him. So what you want to do, even if your opponent isn't comfortable, you still want to switch it up. You don't want to keep, you know what I'm saying, changing things, and it's not working. What you do want to do, though, is do something that's working, keep doing it, and then mix something else in, because you don't want them to get comfortable, and at the same time, you don't want them to always be able to beat, you know, what you're doing. So you don't want the one defense that is working for you for them to figure it out, and then you not have anything to cover them. You kind of want to, you know what I'm saying, be able to make plays, and from that point, make progress, and then in those key situations you can go back and rely on that defense you used earlier in the game. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned something from it. Obviously, again, my record on this account isn't that good. That one loss was from a disconnect, but you know, it is what it is. And you guys remember that game. It was the game I was the Rams, he was the Eagles. So I've mostly been playing PS3 ranked games, but since I can't go to Vegas, You know, I'm gonna probably be back on this Xbox a lot more. But you know, we'll definitely get some better opponents coming up. Like, that guy wasn't too bad. He just needed a little bit of work. We just had a game against Cole. You know, he was 580, so, or he was 440 at the time we played. But you know, this guy here, heard he'd be IP booting, but I'm gonna keep that on the low. I'm clowning. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to move up this list. See my boy Golden Sports moving up the ranks. I think he's real happy with his offense now. He's got a new offense that he's enjoying out of Philly. But oh, it's the fake me, I guess. Mr. Shoot You 13, 98, 78. It's not too bad, but I don't plan on getting that many losses. But we're right here right now, man. We're at 580. Hopefully by the end of the week we can be around 700 maybe or so. Try to get a ranked game a day. If we get 10 or a couple, I don't know. Hopefully by the weekend we'll get up there to 700 or something like that, and that'll be good. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, sorry for carrying on. Be sure to leave a thumbs up. Again, if you prefer the full games, let me know. And then again, if you like these, be sure to let me know if you want me to break them down in quarters, in halves, or in full games. Either way is fine with me. Neither is necessarily difficult. I may mix it up between the three, between doing the quarters, the halves, and the fulls. But just let me know what you guys liking the most. So far, what I've been seeing from the comments is the halves. So far have been the favorite thing. You know, I have seen some guys that like the full, and then there was a few people that said the quarters were nice because, you know, they don't like the too long of a video because they don't have that much time. But either way it goes, y'all just let me know, and I appreciate all the support and love. So the next time, this your boy Monster Chappie